Okay, so this is World Czar, and gonna do a little recording of this, map I made, Shifting Sands. It's for Hexen II in the Egyptian theme, and I chose that just because pretty aesthetically appealing theme. Like the textures with it, good enemies. And this is the wrong mode, because there is no disc on hard mode. Makes it slightly more challenging. You gotta jump out of these little holes as you go up. Oh god. Wow, one survived, shockingly. Yeah, it's the elevator introduction. That was my idea of how to make the spiders difficult and challenging to fight. Because normally they're just kind of weak and annoying. That did both of them. Another spider. And here's the goods. Yeah, the scorpions are pretty aggressive and threatening enemy. Threatening melee enemy. So they're good for this class to fight. Yeah, crouching is a good way to avoid damage if you're careful. Which is why I still place the archers when you only have this sword. Yeah, they're not supposed to walk off there, but there's a bug in the engine with the AI. It makes them walk off ledges for a laugh. Some little decapitation blood particles. Courtesy of the Shadows of Chaos mod. Yeah, you really want to use a glyph on this guy. This class's glyph is really powerful, which is why, another reason why I still use projectile enemies. But we already have this. Come on. Could have done that much better, but yeah, that's the Fritz from Hexen 1. That's courtesy of the Shadows of Chaos mod. Bloodshot put those in. Yeah, the were-jaguar enemy. Even more dangerous than the scorpions. Little blood pool by the Bloodshot. It's not a bad model, but I don't really like how low res the skin is. The texture. It's now into the main area. You go for the armor, but oh god, this guy, oh god. We have a environmental trap. A pretty fast fireball. That was close. And I used all my glyphs. Yeah, for the other classes, it's a different kind of enemy that has a projectile, a different variant of this stone golem. But for this class, that's a bit too much. All the projectile enemies. Kind of shrouded, left this a little shrouded in darkness. Or maybe I should have put it more in the open to help you out. Won't budge with my hands at least. There must be some way to open it. Little secret here. You get a piece of the weapon number 4. And I do hand that out later anyways, but you'll get it early this way. So yeah, kind of a square arena with a couple, windows into later areas, and a door that you have to loop back to later. And a bit of a ruined kind of vibe. Thank goodness for trench broom, making it easy to make these kind of, unorthodox shapes of debris. And I made a little bit of terrain with the sand, but not much because I'm not good at that. I'm not good at terrain. As you can see from this weird kind of pile of rock debris, these jagged edges here, kind of poor. Okay, so this part's a little hard. Get away from me. There's even this imp. Is he done? No. Yeah, that's the Wendigo once again from Hexen 1. Created by Bloodshot. We're gonna need to return here with an item. Yeah, I probably could have introduced the Wendigo in a less stressful area, like on its own. Because this is a chaotic battleground right here. And we can go in here, but oh, I didn't want to open that one. Because the black variant of the scorpion is extra dangerous. It throws us through there, but nothing happens. Yet. Another door that we'll loop back through. It's a shortcut. Not right now, guys. I think I did a pretty okay job in here with the architecture and detailing. You got a mix of the light with the sun shining through. Highlighting this, I guess, plinth here. I don't know if that's the right word. And enemies at higher vantage points. And you got the sun motif extending across this whole area. Oh yeah, I shouldn't forget these. And this will actually, it's hot, burning oil. It's texture from the expansion pack. I think it's pretty cool, you know, realistic-ish, that, you know, boiling oil flames, rather than just fire sitting on nothing, sitting on stone. Who the hell is that? Oh, he pathed up there. Surprising. Good job. Another smart move, he shot through the pot, but didn't save him. And that will be helpful at some point. Uh-oh, trap coming from the sky. Pretty simple kind of, you know, corridor with a diagonal turn. It's not really the most interesting area, but I spiced it up with the sky trap. You know, the ceiling breaks and the guys come through. Can't break them on your own though. Nothing in those. Already woke them up. You hear that? You see that? Yeah, I wanted to use just a simple archer here, but their AI is too... They just won't shoot when they have obstacles like that, so I had to use the stupid Wendigo. Not that it's a bad enemy, but it's their AI is stupid, so they'll shoot regardless through the bars. And that is the Disciple, ported from Heretic. My bloodshot once again. The sound of doors opening. The sound of doors closing. Yeah, it's a pressure plate. Move. Shouldn't be that hard, but... Yeah, that is the puzzle, kind of a Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones kind of thing, where you gotta push something onto the pressure plate. The original Raven designers did that in one Egypt map with barrels, and you had to push 2 of them. But this one's this puzzle is a bit different, because I made you have to push it from a higher floor. Good thing he drops mana. Oh, and he randomly dropped a crater even. So that is really helpful. Normally it would not be that easy. And I spawn in this guy. Just for funsies. But I did forget to actually use the plinth here. And you can actually... Yeah, that's a feature in the game, but I don't recall it ever being used in the base maps, being able to destroy torches like that. And it actually even darkens the area. Yeah, I set it up so when you destroy those pillars, it's scripted to destroy the torch too. Okay, a door opens across the room. Oh, Jesus Christ. where was I? Yeah. I had to add that message about the door because, you know, playtester just didn't see it in the distance there from over here. So just in case I added that. Some silly error messages there, but yeah, it's the first use of the Archer Lord enemy, who's a fair bit more dangerous because he tracks his shots. In this mod, I've reduced his health by 1/3, so he's not as tanky. Oh, fantastic! He didn't use the right jib models. Gotta fix that. Yeah, it's a little trapped there. So anyways, one thing I try to be conscious of when designing is making the aesthetic of the map match the gameplay. So with the Egypt theme, you'd think of like traps like that, and it could have used even more traps like that, but there was an attempt. And another new enemy. The Undying. Oh, he ambushed me. And now we get to see the gimmick. Because we killed him, right? Not quite. They can get up one time after seemingly dying. And the little spirit sprite is how you know it's over for good. So yeah, we've fallen down into an underground kind of tomb area. A bit darker, or at least it has the appearance of being darker. Great, this guy. Yes, this guy is bugged. Please forgive me. And also another bug, there's supposed to be a spiderweb model here, but it's not. Does not show up. They're hard to get right. See, I put that item up here so that you'll go up, turn around, and hopefully see the button. Because otherwise it'll be easy to miss. And that opens these bars, which I didn't even look at. This is kind of a more difficult version of the Wendigo placement from earlier. Yeah, see, you don't have much to room and much move. You don't have much room to move, and his projectiles bounce around. And some simple detailing here. Come on, you know you want to bounce in there. Yeah, because he tracks his shots, it's not so simple to dodge. I'll tease him out of. Miss both times. Yeah, so that's an alt fire courtesy of the mod, the lightning for the sword. Otherwise I would only have melee. And that would be pretty much screwed right there. I'm gonna save for the first time because I know I made this part a little tough. You can't go down there. It's instant death. Yeah, the imps are tough in crowds because of how mobile they are. And I'm out of mana again. And it's kind of dark in here. I have brightened this room up since the first version because it was hard to see the guys flying around. That little wing generating particles because it's moving on the platform. That's how it be in the Quake engine. Little surprise, been a while since we've seen this guy. Yeah, and he is slightly tanky. And you can't damage these guys when they're in their fake death. Got these guys moving on a path. They kind of wander around in a pattern. Makes things slightly more dynamic. Finally some armor. Would be fun if you could like break these pillars and make this thing collapse. But that would be a lot of work. Can't get up here. That guy will be coming back. Coming back without a head even. And got a big beautiful green mana there. And I'm gonna save again. This latter half of the map is slightly more challenging. So that lit up the room in addition to spawning in enemies. It's quite bright now. Maybe a little too bright. This is ridiculous. Wasting all my precious resources. Good, so when you level up you gain some ammo and health. And originally I had it so that these kind of diagonal towers had 2 levels each with archers and disciples, but that was just a little much. Little grindy having that many enemies in a small area. Well, this guy's finally awake. So, you're finally awake, eh? Yeah, that's not even intentional that Ifrit stays there. He should be able to leave, but he just stays there. Again, some minor terrain. Just these corners. could be better. But yeah, terrain is a bit of a pain. Even with beautiful trench brew. So yeah, this is our goal. But there is dark magic at foot. Jeez. So we need to loop back there with an item. Oh, I do have this crater that'll restore all my ammo, which is lucky. But yeah, this room, people, at least one person had trouble finding where to go here. Because, you know, you got this big area, but there's no indication of how to progress. You have this platform here, but it's raised. It's just a shortcut for later. And there's no stairs or anything. But if you play a little game of Spot the Difference, you'll see we have these statue rooms. And this one has flickering candles and a kind of fresco texture to differentiate it. And if you go closer, you'll see it has the button texture behind this guy. It's a secret, required secret. Yeah, that sword all fire, you only get it on level 3. And it comes in handy. Adds some variety to the combat. And you also have an ult fire for the axe, but it's the opposite, it's melee. And if you charge it up, it does extra damage, but it uses ammo. Let's try that now. Yeah, it takes a little while to charge up, but it's fairly powerful. Little window there. And a button. And a slow platform. Come on. We wasted our glyph that would have been very useful. Jesus, that is such a loud and strange sound effect. Yeah, that's kind of a tough little arena circular battle with the surprise at the end. And you can't go back down this way. And yeah, I had to bar this up, otherwise people would they could just jump out. I'm about to head out. Okay. And then, pretty obvious, breakable wall. Oh boy. Yeah, the lightning does damage over time. A small amount at least. Good thing that guy drops mana. And there's another secret here. Jeez, Tome of Power. And I'll probably save that. The door is closed in front and behind. Where's that coming from? Yeah, so we got a fake wall here. That guy's not even supposed to wake up yet, but he did this time. Usually he wakes up when you go this way. So now we're in the embalming area for the mummies of the pharaohs and noble folk. So I borrowed this mummy model from the Quake expansion pack, Dissolution of Eternity. And it's the best, you know, mummy model I could find. It's good. I don't know if it quite fits the game's art style, but yeah, that was stupid. It's supposed to be made of bone, not like gray rock. Not supposed to look like that. You can destroy that pillar, and it destroys the torch. And you get more armor. It's a bit of an unnecessary trap. The whole area is unnecessary. It's just optional content. Yeah, and these are supposed to be canopic jars, which if you played the original game, you should know what those are. And some little brush embalming tools. Yeah, the canopic jars are where they store the organs after they're removed. And these are perfect textures for this area. They're not from the game, they're from another game called Chasm the Rift. Yeah, it's an Egyptian section. I didn't use a ton of textures from it because many of them just aren't fitting. These ones I think look alright. These ones too. So this area. It's just a little message to explain the item you need and why I used that particular item, what the puzzle is. It was... yeah, this guy should have come out of there. That would have made it more difficult. Yeah, the Wendigo animations are a little spazzy. I don't know. They kind of attack very quickly. And he, when you kill him, he spawns in a backup. Not really necessary. Just kind of extends the playtime. Yeah, and this large flame sound wasn't really used in the original game. But it's good for raging fires such as this. This guy alerts you that there's an area down here to check out first. Before entering the portal right there. But I will go through the portal first. And if I had not grabbed the weapon piece from before, then there would be one here. So you get it pretty late. But I scripted it to remove it. Because, just so you don't get extra. So it makes more logical sense. Yeah, and that's a trap. I like that kind of trap of spawning the enemy through the teleporter as if they had come through it, even though they didn't really. It just kind of makes sense in the universe. Yeah, in earlier versions there was not like enough health, but now there's definitely plenty. 3 flasks, that's a little too much even. And now we have some Pharaoh's sarcophagi. Not bad brushwork here. Got some curvature to it. It's 3D. Another flask. Come on. It's too easy. But it's a little easier for me since I know everything that's coming. Since I made it. Oh my god. Yeah, and I think this is the best usage of that enemy. Oh god, they're stupid AI though. It would have been good if they had pathed to me. Because the idea is you're kind of trapped in here with them. So now we got that item. The Eye of Horus. Now we can return here. Yeah, I don't think I did a great job with the loop here. I made like, you know, this big area, this big beautiful rectangle, but I just don't think it really flows perfectly how you get the item and return to here. Excuse me. Activates that, breaks the seal. Now you can take the key from inside of the sarcophagus. And it was a real pain getting this lid to open correctly, but it was worth it. And you saw I leveled up from that. It's a feature in the mod that, you know, solving puzzles, scripted sequences can give you experience. So I program, and secrets as well. Like even taking this thing, I think, gives you experience. So we're almost at the end. Or not we, I think using the royal we is kind of silly. Oh, who's this? Got him. Oh, we're out of ammo. Yeah, I need to use this immediately. Oh. That's how he gets you. You know, that's actually good that happened because there's another secret. Did I clip this? No, you can go in here if you wish. Yeah, I think this area probably could have had better brushwork with the spikes. Could have been a bit darker down there, but that's okay. I forgive myself. Yeah, this is the secret, this different wall texture. Six slope jump. Classic Quake engine. Now we're actually ready to do the final fight now that we got our buddy. Already got him. And that activates the ending and plays a little custom sound from Marquee Music. He has a good kind of ambient and scripted sequence sound pack for Quake that I used there. And that's it, really. Yeah, to get this to only show up here, it's a moving entity that starts out in this beautiful cube outside of the map and then moves extremely quickly there. So it's a bit of a hack. And that's it, really. Yeah, I'm really not good with the story. I make, the level design and the puzzles, the scripted sequences. It's my focus. But I add a little bit at the end here. Because if some people like that aspect of Hexen II as compared to, Quake and other games having more of the reason, more of the interesting storyline to be there. And this is pretty simple. And it says, your journey, there'll be a continuation. I don't think there will. But I will make other journeys. So, that's it.